maybe.
Alright, let's get this underway.
Alrighty. Got the Malphite band coming out from 1v1 baseball here.
Alright, let's get this underway. Yeah, I'm not really sure who that just targeted to, but...
Uh-oh. I gotta mute dashboard. That was bad.
No worries. I did hear that Jarvan's Angels is looking to have a Yasuo ban right away.
Oh yeah?
That's the info I received earlier.
He is a very powerful champion.
Yes.
And I wouldn't want to put a champion like that in the hands of Saga and Protect. Nasus ban, always a good ban. He's a very frustrating champion. One of my favorite champions. Looks like a lot of bans focused on the top lane here so far. Mighty Boosh picking up that Jax, one of his favorite champions, to just sit top lane and push all day and get huge.
Yeah, Jax is a scary champion.
He's always a threat late game.
Yeah, exactly. He's a little weak early on, and then late game he just really is no end to how scary he can get.
Yeah. Leona's a very smart band too. I think she's probably like the strongest champion in the game overall right now.
Really a lot of versatility. You've got a gap closer.
Yeah. There's so much CC.
Damage.
And especially now that supports build that Doran's shield at level 1 so often, she's just like so tanky in lane. With the new defensive masteries, those have like a ridiculous amount of sustain.
Yeah, well, I guess you could talk more about the masteries. I haven't changed mine since season 1.
Oh yeah. I don't know. On Leona I usually go 0-21-9, and then you're just like an unkillable Leviathan of the bot lane. Just like chilling.
I'm liking the Orianna pickup. Orianna Hikarum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always a good combo. You put the ball on Hecarim, and then he goes in, and it's just filthy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the fear from Hecarim will like disperse people out of the way of her ult.
Yeah.
Not sure, but you know, we'll see it in action, I guess.
Yeah.
Hovering over Fiora for Saga and Protect. That is...
It's a very interesting pick, but I don't know. She can punish a lot of AP champions at mid lane, I know.
Exactly. And she's going to do a ton of damage.
Yeah. The damage on her ultimate is pretty disgusting.
We've got Lee Sin pickup for Petra Petrie.
I believe it's pronounced Patapatri.
Patapatri.
Could be wrong.
Patapatri. Yes, we do have that pickup in the jungle, it looks like. And we do have Kale locked in, of course.
Kale can go
#1
anywhere.
champion. Yeah. Kale, every lane.
I believe that last split we did see Bebek rock some Kale jungle.
Yeah.
So we could see that going down here.
Could be Kale jungle, Kale mid lane.
Kale support has been played in the past before. So
we'll see what's going on. And also the Shen pickup. A lot of...
He's fallen out of popularity a little bit recently, but I think he's still a strong champion. His ultimate just brings way too much utility.
You know, I'd like to see them pick up like a Twitch so they can pull off that submarine move.
They gotta get some synergy going.
Yeah.
And we got Melky hovering over the gangplank, which he threatened to pick during the pregame chat. So we'll see if that actually goes through.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I would be a fan of that pickup.
Yeah.
Looks like they might take...
It's always fun to watch gangplank.
Exactly.
Not necessarily the strongest champion, but
he's a fun one.
He's got some flavor to him.
He does. Ooh, Vayne.
Going
Vayne
with
and
the
Alistar is definitely a good combo.
Well, this is going to be a terrifying late game comp with the Vayne and the Jax.
Yeah, Vayne, Jax, Fiora, and then you've got Lee Sin to kind of balance out that early game as well.
Yeah.
He brings a lot of damage on his ganks.
He's still got huge utility late game if you play him well.
There we go. They might pick up that. I really like if they do have that Twitch pickup.
I've always liked the combination of Twitch and Kale, because you just get the Kale ult on him while he pops his ult, and then he's just free to shoot the whole team without really worrying about his positioning or anything.
Yeah.
It's good.
And never worry about my positioning.
No, that's why I don't play AD carry. Oh.
Exactly. We do have the best top laner, UO, with us right now.
Indeed. The Mighty Boosh is pretty damn good.
The Mighty Alright. I really do actually like the team comp coming out of Jarvan's Angels, though.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of synergy there.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities for some fun plays.
I think they're probably not the strongest champions as far as like the laning phase goes. Like, they're not like the best matchups, but I think that when team fights start, they have a lot of synergy there. A lot of ways to protect Twitch, and a lot of AoE crowd control with the Hecarim and the Orianna. Even Shen with those Flash Taunt initiations, pretty good.
Yep. I really do want to see the Shen Twitch submarine move.
Yes. It's
and then
always true terror.
It's true terror, and then also the Hecarim Orianna ball plays. Hecarim Shen, or Orianna Shen even, would do the same.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright. So this game, been waiting all weekend to see.
Yeah, it's quite the matchup.
Hey, so I'm looking at the stream, and...
Is it bad?
No, it looks like the league window is like only in the top left corner. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, that's I don't use the monitor capture, I use screen capture.
Oh, right on. We'll get bigger when we go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just because my monitor is like 27 inches or something, so like...
Oh, yeah.
League can't get that big. I could make it bigger, I suppose, if people are really into
big
League
I was
of Legends.
just checking out.
Oh, dude, I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything. I'll make it bigger.
No.
I want you to feel uncomfortable on my stream.
I love it. Make it bigger.
Alright, there we go. I can't make it fill the screen, but I'll center it a little bit and stuff, so it's more symmetrical, maybe a little more aesthetically pleasing.
I think now it looks even wonkier.
I'm noticing that Neutral Milk Hotel decided to rock Cleanse.
Yeah,
that is what that blue summoner spell is. I always wonder about that. I haven't seen it as much lately, but I think against that team, it's definitely not a bad idea with the amount of crowd control that they present.
We've got slows coming out from nearly everyone. A Fear from Hecarim, slows from Orianna, a Taunt from Shen, a slow from Kale, a slow from Twitch.
So laning against Twitch does... I'm trying to remember if Cleanse... That doesn't remove poisons anymore, does it?
I don't think so.
It used to, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Never mind then. If it did, that would be good though.
Yeah, I wish.
Somebody tell Riot.
Yeah, I'm sure they messages all the time.
Yeah.
See,
we got the Orianna rocking some very interesting summoner spells.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Exhaust
about the
over
exhaust.
Flash.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the exhaust.
And I'm guessing the reasoning is maybe that she's thinking she's going against Fiora, so maybe to like combat that burst damage a little bit, drop the exhaust when she's ulting or something like that. But I feel like the Flash as an escape move is pretty crucial on a champion like Orianna. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I really like to pick up Flash Barrier on Orianna. I think Barrier is pretty strong just because Orianna is not necessarily there to get the kills in the lane. She really is just to farm up and be utility.
Yeah, that's true.
So that means if someone jumps on you, you have that opportunity to put on Barrier, you know, send the ball to yourself, command protect to yourself, and you'd be safe.
For sure.
Also, is Saga in Protect's name because he likes to play Orianna? I think so.
Probably, dude.
Because of her ability, Command Protect.
Command Protect. Yeah.
I think it's true.
We got some. Is that a full skin team that 1v1 baseball has? It is.
It is.
Although Unchained Alistar, I'm gonna say doesn't really
Kinda
count.
weak, yeah.
That's a weak sauce skin. I would prefer the Cowboy Alistar.
I'm really into the head Mistress Fiora.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And the Mighty Jax. I remember when that skin came out, and it was like the coolest skin in the game because it actually looked like a little different than the normal skin. Like it wasn't just a recolor entirely. It's a pretty cool skin. And that was back before they started copping out and giving him real weapons in his skins. Alright, looks like we got a little trouble with the Skype call going on here. So it's just me for a second. Just waiting on everybody to load up. Play some League of Legends. Alright, we're in game. People just picking up some starting items and gonna run out into the jungle to do things. Do some lining up of the old champions here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Imagine if I had a real weapon. Imagine if I had a real weapon. Imagine if I had a real weapon.
Alright.
If I had a
G-Kronk had a little bit of a blue screen there, but he says he's on his way back. So we'll be awaiting his return. As these teams look like they might be about to face off here as they check the bush. Very aggressive flash there by Mighty Boosh to secure the kill.
You can't milk those. You can't milk those. You can't milk those.
Minions have spawned.
Now I think the main thing that really gave the blue team an advantage in that team fight was the Armored Bear's constant insistence that they cannot melt those. Taunting like that really psychologically damages your opponent, and I think that contributed to their success in that little tussle in the jungle, resulting in a first blood for Jax, which will help him snowball in that lane a little bit. Blue team mercilessly taking that blue buff and heading to their respective lanes. Mighty Boosh got quite a long walk up to that top lane, but so does Shen, so shouldn't put him at too much of a disadvantage there. Drawing the early barrier from Kale there at mid. And it is worth noting that we did end up seeing Kale go mid, and it looks like Orianna is going to be the support here. So I guess that makes the exhaust make a little bit more sense if she's the support. Not the most typical support champion, but she has some utility once she hits level 6. And a good shield for laning.
Imagine if I had a real weapon. Can't milk those. You can't milk those. You can't milk those.
Hecarim already getting a little bit phased by the Alistar taunt. But it's just a tribute to Saint Vicious. Oh wow. A lot of damage going on to Shen from Jax, and Lee Sin seeing if he can secure the kill there, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Shen's going to get away safe. But he is going to miss out on quite a bit of golden experience from this creep wave that's getting pushed up to this tower. The Armor Bear going for an initiate on 2D pancakes here at bot lane. Bane doesn't quite have the damage to pull through. Which is going to have to play pretty carefully in this lane though with that amount of health. Kale actually pulling off a fairly good trade with Fiora there at mid. Oh, hello, and welcome back.
Yeah, my computer just blue screen.
Well, that's no good. I hate that.
Yeah, it's no good at all.
I'm missing an intense game.
Are you serious?
It's pretty intense. We had an early kill go down. It's 1-0 right now. 1v1 baseball picked up an early kill on their Jax in the jungle. So got a little bit of an advantage there in the top lane from that.
How are the lanes holding up so far?
They're honestly going pretty even so far. There's been a lot of near kills for the blue team, but nothing really secured yet. Some summoners blown though, so we'll see if jungle ganks might be a little more productive for them in the future.
Right on.
It's been a lot of taunting on Alistar here at the bot lane.
Oh, really?
Telling people that they can't milk those.
You can't milk those.
Some people think it's BM, but I think it's just a statement, you know.
I think it's kind of a psychological tool.
It is.
Really.
I talked about this in the jungle engagement. I think that's what gave them the upper hand.
I think that's excellent analysis.
Yeah.
Was Alistar involved in that engagement in the jungle there?
Mostly just with the taunt, but you know, that's a crucial tool. I mean, he was there. I think a Pulv might have gone down, but really the deciding factor was just the constant reminder of what they can't milk, which is those.
Alright. I'm slowly coming back in the game here.
Alright. We got Hecarim coming in hot at the bot lane. Neutral Melkotel trying to kite his way out of this, and it looks like he'll actually probably get out. Alistar dropping pretty low though, he's probably going to have to be. Mighty Boosh actually taking quite a bit of harass from Shen at the top lane. Probably wouldn't have seen that lane going that way, but they'll pull through, I think. Eventually he should get to a point where Shen just can't keep up with his damage. Armor Bear taking out a ward in the bot lane. Mighty Boosh going aggressive up here in the top lane, but Shen escapes with his E. Twitch getting some good damage on Milk as Hecarim comes in. Ult doesn't quite hit though. Neutral Melkotel escapes with his life, as does the Armor Bear. Fiora's on the prowl in the jungle. Looks like she's just going to head back to mid lane. Attack Kale. Looks like Kale might be disconnected. No, she's back. Oh, but that's a dive right there. Kale's down. And Kale is in fact saying that that was a DC.
Oh.
I would advise pause the game immediately if you DC. Tell your team to pause the game in the future. And that is unfortunate, but sometimes it's hard to tell if somebody's disconnected too. Sometimes people just stand still while they're fighting you.
Yeah, well, so, and I also...
Especially a Kale, they got their E on. They're just chilling, hit some auto attacks, not moving. But you never know. But we do have the pause out now, so we'll be awaiting Kale's return. Oh, it looks like we did miss that there was a dive going on at the top lane. So that is kind of unfortunate time to pause. Shen is blinking red pretty hardcore there. See if he can make the great escape. I believe. Simon always has a plan, and here he's saying that his plan was to DDoS them. Simon is a mystical creature.
Yeah, you rarely see him in person, but when you do,
I saw him once, and it was like seeing a unicorn. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I actually remember when he walked into the Civil War land last year. He was wearing like a leather jacket.
Oh my god, he's so cool.
Like wraparound sunglasses. And he was indoors wearing sunglasses, and I was like, wow, this man is going to carry me. And carry me he did.
You guys got pretty dang far.
Yeah, well, you got a little bit farther.
Just one step further.
Just a tad. Alright, I'm finally in the game.
Alright, you see this lovely pause that we got going here? Yeah.
It's you.
That's what we've been talking about for 3 minutes now. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Are they asking if they're ready?
They are. You all about ready? We're ready.
So it looks like there's a dive top lane happening.
There is a definite dive top lane. I'll try and get my camera up there just as soon as it starts. Oh, looks like Shen is actually going to survive. I would advise that if 1v1 baseball loses this, they complain about that, because that's a good excuse. Oh no, they're going to pull through.
Ouch!
The Mighty Boosh coming out with the kill despite the assistance from Hecarim there. Well, looks like I missed a kill down there at bot lane with Fiora.
Yeah, there was another kill down bot lane. It looks like Fiora came in on a nice roam, and Orianna was there. She's acting as support, but her command protect went to Twitch. And it left her really vulnerable to Fiora's auto attacks.
Yeah, Fiora does put out a lot of damage in a short amount of time with that attack speed boost from her E and the 2 dash charges from her Q. And the ult doesn't hurt either.
Picard and Lee Sin
we have a massive amount of pings going on right now. Seems like everybody has a plan, not just Simon.
Yeah, it looks like pings everywhere. I don't think there's any type of rhyme or reason to these.
They're looking to control the entire map, it would appear.
That's usually a pretty good plan.
They're not content to settle for one objective.
That is a really nice Karm skin, or a Jack skin.
Oh yeah, it's great. At the top lane, we do have a pretty significant creep score advantage for Jax, which I would kind of expect because Jax usually pretty much destroys Shen in lane. I mean, he's one of the most common counter picks to Shen. But I would honestly be expecting a little more aggression from Jax here. Like, he should be just like jumping on Shen whenever he can. So those empowered auto attacks with his ult passive are pretty massive. Shen doesn't really have much of an answer to that. Orianna going down at the bot lane. Excellent pulverized by.
Went super aggressive in mid lane.
Oh yeah, she might go down here. Oh, the barrier is not enough.
My goodness. Yeah,
and that damage on Fiora's ultimate is just massive.
Yeah, perhaps an ignite on Kayle. Could have picked that one up.
Yeah, that's true. Lowers the healing from her ultimate too.
Yeah.
Because Fiora heals a lot with that ultimate. And she's going to be healing a lot more when she finishes this Tiamat. I'm sure she's building Hydra.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic item on Fiora, the way it works with her ult. It just does insane amounts of area of effect damage and healing, and it's disgusting.
Sounds pretty gross.
Yeah. So they have that to look forward to.
Yeah, so it looks like bot lane, it was an Orianna support. We were a little confused about that in the loading screen, but
yeah.
Bot lane is definitely being controlled by 1v1 baseball, as Alistar is kind of having his way with Vayne and Orianna here. I'd like to see a little kiting here, guys.
Yeah, well, I think Orianna's probably starting to regret not taking Flash. Especially against an Alistar. Like, if you don't have Flash, Alistar can just walk up and CC you.
Here's Milky going low.
Yeah, Twitch getting off some solid damage with that spray and pray.
Yeah,
looks like it's not quite enough to take anybody down.
Yeah, that's it.
Hecarim's thirsty for blood, though. He might be able to pick up a double kill here if he goes hard.
Oh, yep. There's one kill, and here's a double kill for Hecarim.
Another blue ribbon for Hecarim.
That's what I'm talking about. And it is Jarvan's Angels making this game competitive again.
Making some plays.
Yeah.
Getting that gold lead a little closer, although Mighty Boosh is going in at top.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Jax.
Saga Protect. Hecarim says no. He pulls the linebacker.
Yeah.
Tackle Saga and Protect. Saves him. Saves Twitch.
Excellent coverage.
Excellent coverage.
Yeah, Jax is starting to get to that point where Shen can't really answer his damage. He's going to need a little help there in the top lane.
You got the teleport from Shen into top lane.
Yeah.
Get Jax back off that. Jax is content to be. He's got quite a lot of gold in his pockets. He's got almost 2,200 gold. And that's enough to pick up. Let's see what he's going to pick up here. I'd assume a Blade of the Rune King, perhaps. Or he's going Triforce, maybe. You got a Sheen.
Yeah. It is worth noting that Shen opted for teleport over Ignite on Shen. Typically, I like to run Ignite on Shen, but I think against such a tough lane like Jax, teleport might honestly be a good idea because you're not going to be able to 1v1 him anyway. And at least that way, if it gives you a second teleport to help you get around the map.
Look at that Fiora ultimate. Just massive battles going on in mid lane.
Yeah. It's quite the bloodbath there at mid, but it looks like it's going entirely in the favor of 1v1 baseball.
Yeah, I think they had a little bit more coordination in that fight. There were a couple bright spots there for Jarvan's Angel. Kayle had a nice ultimate, which soaked up
an
a ton of
excellent
damage.
ultimate.
Yeah.
Shen's ultimate came in a little late there. Probably would have helped. Oh man, Mighty Boosh is just beasting.
Yeah, this game is looking rough so far for Jarvan's Angels. Looks
Yeah,
like
they're going to have to make some pretty big plays to pull this one back in.
Yeah. See, Hecarim wasn't able to use his ult in that fight, so maybe that is a little bit of why it didn't go as well, because there's a lot of gold stacked up on Hecarim.
Yeah, Hecarim is He's got great power and great responsibility right now.
Breach.
Yeah, this is looking grim, but I'm not ready to call any game over after watching
Yesterday's game.
Carbonic versus TCG yesterday.
That was ridiculous. I don't even know how that
Maybe Hecarim will steal a Baron and then we'll get like a quadra kill on Twitch and something like that.
Yeah.
Come back from a 16k deficit.
That was ridiculous. Off the charts.
That was
Probably
so
one of the
hyped.
best.
That was the most hype UOLCS game yet, I think.
It reminded me of that 1v1 baseball match at the end of Winter Split. I think it was a Kali. It was Saga and Protect on a Kali.
Oh,
they got
yeah.
super fed, and then they ran the strategy of having a Kali be the bait and like
Yeah,
bait
that
it
was
out like
that was against my team.
Yeah. Yeah,
We bit hard on that bait.
Yeah, that was a good one though.
We
I
were
liked
blowing
it.
ultimates left and right. It was great.
Yeah,
That was the most fun set of games for me, though. I like playing against 1v1 baseball. They're unpredictable, and they're all strong players, and they have pretty terrifying map presence.
Yep. Saga and Protect, bloodthirsty, heading out for Kale here. But Lee Sin's gonna miss his kick. There's nothing doing when he misses his kick.
Yep. Fiora has completed that Ravenous Hydra and a Brutalizer. She'll be putting out quite a bit of area effect damage with that ultimate. Armored Bear looks like he's looking for a sneaky initiation here. Maybe he'll just flash over the wall and tell them they can't melt those.
I would love just a flash taunt initially.
Shen thinks he can flash taunt, but Ali can flash taunt.
Really the most effective. I'd like to see some team fight synergy coming out.
We got Vayne Being, so maybe purple team could look to try and force a fight somewhere
Yeah,
before
exactly.
she can get back. Because Vayne's definitely a massive part of that team's damage right now, sitting at 5-1 with the
92 farm.
Blade of the
yeah.
Ruin King and Zeal completed. So she can shred through pretty much anybody if she's given the time.
And then look, you've got Vayne has 92 CS compared to Twitch's just on 36.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's pretty big.
Twitch needs to find some time to farm. So Stand United going on cooldown there.
Yeah, Lee Sin, meanwhile, is soloing Dragon, but he looks to be in a little bit of trouble. He misses his kick. Did anyone see that? He missed his kick just on Dragon.
Jax is just furiously pushing top lane. This is Mighty Boosh's favorite thing to do. If you talk to him, he'll tell you his strategy is always just to push top. It's a good strategy.
It's worked for him so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sitting at the most farm on his team. About 130 farm. Armored Bear with a nice initiation onto who is that? That is Twitch. So Twitch has to run away. And it looks
Twitch
like
going
everyone in
very low.
Jarvan's Angels, except Hikarum, are able to escape from the fight.
Pretty solid Orianna ult there, but there's nobody really alive to back it up. We need a big taunt here, and it just doesn't happen.
Mighty Boost is going to tank that tower. Twitch is going to try and roll in. Nothing doing.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot Twitch and Kale can do here, I don't think.
Yeah, the rest of the team is back up and chasing towards the rest of 1v1 baseball, but doesn't look like they'll be there in time. 1v1 baseball is going to roll through the jungle, pick up Dragon that Lee Sin tried to take off by himself earlier, but he's going to have a little bit of help this time.
Blue team's going to share a pretty good sized creep wave down here in bot lane.
So look at that Alistar ability. He's got 2 Doran's rings and
The
a,
Fiendish Codex.
Yeah, so he's going for a little bit of cooldown reduction.
A little bit of ability power.
Yeah, and he's got...
Oh, and he just upgraded it to Deathfire Grasp.
Ouch.
So he's going to be amplifying all of the magic damage on his team, which
Yeah,
is
it's kind of a poor
none.
man's Malphite.
None. There's no magic damage on his team. So
Interesting choice.
interesting pickup by the Armored Bear. We'll be interested to see how it plays out.
I do like the Deathfire Grasp. It kind of acts like a Malphite, the poor man's Malphite.
Yeah.
Feel me? He gets that
That
the headbutt
WQ.
pulverized down.
I mean, it essentially is a Malphite ult,
Yeah.
but with like no cooldown.
I actually played a game yesterday with a Malphite who, oof,
Unfortunate
Caramel missing.
ultimate there. But picking up the blue buff,
There you go.
not letting that go into the hands of 1v1 baseball. Don't
All
gotta
in
give them
style.
any more advantages than they need.
I was saying that I played a game with a Malphite yesterday who missed at least 3 ults.
Well, Malphite, a lot of people don't know, but Malphite is actually the most mechanically demanding champion in League of Legends.
That's very true. That's very true.
He's as hard as a rock.
So let's see how Jarvan's Angels responds here, because they do not have a
Kato putting out some decent damage on Patapatri, but Mighty Boosh is going to go in pretty much 1v4 here. His team's backing him up, though. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do about that kind of damage.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Nice taunt out of Shen. Gets at least 3 people.
Yeah, it was an excellent taunt.
Unfortunately, that was not there for the fight earlier. I wonder how that fight would have gone if they did have that flash and that taunt available earlier, and the Hikarum ultimate as well.
Yeah, no, definitely a good mechanical play coming out of the Shen there. But I think this one's just a little too far out of their hands right now. Blue team's scaling pretty hard.
Yeah, Fiora, scary champion once she's fed.
Yeah. Simon's just a scary player.
No mercy.
I've had nightmares about Simon. And dreams.
He's a dreamy man.
He's dreamy.
Alright, so it looks like game 1 of the series is come to a close.
Pretty convincingly going to 1v1 baseball here. But I'll be interested to see what kind of adjustments the purple team makes going into team 2. They picked a very interesting team comp, I think, and I think it could have potentially worked out if they maybe tried to force some earlier team fights.
I agree,
But-
and they did have some success with the Hikarum. There's a nice gank.
Yeah.
Or not nice gank, a nice ultimate, excuse me.
Yeah.
Looks like
Hikarum-
Vayne's going to be able to kite him here.
The dream is still alive for Hecarim. He believes.
Yeah, 4-5-1. He's got just about everything for his team.
We got some serious tower defense going on here by Twitch and Kale.
I like that.
Hanging
Show
on
a
by
little
the
bit of
skin of their
heart.
teeth. Yeah. Never give up.
Never, ever give up.
I've never typed /surrender. I don't even know how to spell surrender.
Yeah, I'm not. I just automatically click no every time.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like ranked or like a UOLCS game like this, I don't know. I feel like if you type surrender, you lose. Like,
Yeah,
there's a chance to win if you don't surrender.
Well,
It's
everyone
always a
knows there's
chance.
a chance to win after yesterday
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, this is only a 15,000 gold lead. Once
Everybody
again.
needs dreams.
You know, Twitch rushed the Last Whisperer. Or,
Yeah.
rushed the Last Whisperer. So
That is
there's going to be a lot of armor
A
packs.
very interesting choice.
That's just to, you know, bypass all the armor that's been stacked on
Absolutely none.
on the Armored Bear, maybe.
He is, maybe he's just countering the name there. The
Yeah,
Armored
that's
Bear.
a smart move. That's a lot of respect.
Yeah.
There's a nice bearing. Going over to 1v1 baseball.
The Armored Bear's kind of a misleading name for Alistar because he doesn't even really need armor because he gets like 75% damage reduction.
Yeah. Ooh, ultimate just barely missing Fiora and everyone.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna hit a lot more than it did.
Yeah, that was a nice one if I do say so myself.
Yeah. It was well placed, just unfortunate. Kale trying to hold on there. All kinds of shields going down. It's just not enough. See if Patapatry follows up this Q. Alright. He didn't do it. Clearly a poor Lee Sin player.
Yeah, Lee Sin syndrome.
You gotta follow the Q, even if it means going in the base.
Absolutely. So game 1 going over.
Yeah, it's gonna wrap it up.
1v1 baseball. A little bit of frustration showing on Hikarum afterwards. We'll see what kind of attitude they're gonna bring into game 2.
Yeah. I think despite that being a kind of one-sided game, there were a lot of kind of flashes of brilliance on the purple team. There were a lot of moments where they did make good plays, and I think they had a really interesting team comp that I wanted to see succeed. So I'll be interested to see if they try and go for another really heavy team fight comp, or if they try and go for more like traditional strong laning champions like 1v1 baseball rocked here.
Right. I would have liked to see a couple plays, more aggressive plays that they set up themselves. You know, I think we talked about that. Like, they do have the opportunity to make plays with a Hikarum, with an Orianna, with a Twitch, with a Shen, and a Kale as well. Like, those are all definitely playmaking champions. They're
I'd like to see them kind of try and dictate the game a little more. Yeah.
So I guess the title of this game is 1v1 baseball versus Jarvan's Angels 2, Ripto's Rage.
Ripto's Rage? Should I change the title on the stream?
We're probably in a good place.
We're probably fine. It's good enough. Ripto's Rage, though.
Alright.
They're in team select. I don't think I got an invite yet. Oh, I did. Never mind. I get in there. Hello, friends. Always be friendly and champ select. I am GG Kronk.
Kronk juice.
We need Ogarf to join before Baba John does.
Do you want to build a snowman? Ask Simon. You know, if I was to build a snowman with anyone, I would say it would be Simon.
Yeah, that's a once in a lifetime chance, really.
Really, definitely. Alright, so we're still waiting on Ogarf.
Ogarf.
I'm not sure if I should follow this link that Milky put up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Oh, okay. Not too bad.
Not too bad. Oh yeah, it's not bad. Good job, Milky. Garf.
All right. Let's get pumped for game 2 here.
Indeed. Should be a good one.
Game 2 will be a good one. I'm also looking forward, to be honest, my game later in the day. A little hype.
Our game.
Yeah, our game. That's right.
Yeah, it should definitely be a good game as well.
Yeah, we're going to be up against Extreme Kamikaze pilots, which have shown themselves to be good players, and they've been competitive in a lot of games, but it's been their shot calling, their kind of decisiveness as a team has led them to not have as much success as they would have liked, but they've brought in a new support player who's going to be doing a lot of shot calling, and so we'll see what he can do to help transition Extreme Kamikaze pilots to a positive start to the spring split.
Blar is basically like the Monte Cristo of UOLCS.
Yes, I agree.
So we'll see what kind of impact he will have over there on the Extreme Kamikaze pilots.
kind of a Saint Vicious. I saw a nice thing on Twitch.
No, Saint Vicious is on our team.
Oh man, did you see the thing on Twitch chat yesterday about Saint Vicious? It was like when he played All-Star support, he roamed so much. He roamed so much and didn't have smite. It was just like he was jungling again.
That's funny. No, I miss when jungle Alistar was a thing.
Oh, that was really fun.
I mean, I kind of like hated it, but at the same time, it was fun.
Yeah, I was.
I think those were the most terrifying level 2 ganks that League of Legends has ever seen.
It's true. Very true. With mobility boots too.
Yeah, well, and that was when junglers started with boots too. Like,
excellent. Yeah.
That was scary.
I like. I think the best play I made on Jungle Alistar was I was at Wraith camps and I flashed over the wall for the headbutt polarize.
Oh yeah.
Just I went to their Wraith camps. I don't know, little style points, definitely unnecessary.
Yeah, no, style points are always necessary.
Yeah, but I felt really good after I did it.
That's good. That's what counts.
Feeling good. Alright, so we are waiting on Ogarth here. I don't remember what lane Ogarth was playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Was he... Orianna was Bebek.
Yeah.
Vandal was Kale.
Was
Azeroth.
He top lane? Maybe?
Might have been.
I'm terrible with names, but I think I remember 2D Pancakes being in bot lane. I'm thinking Ogarth was the young Shen. He played a pretty solid Shen too.
He did.
I mean, that's a very difficult matchup for Shen. It's practically unwinnable. But he did a very good job, and he had some pretty good mechanics with those taunts and team fights.
Yeah,
so,
unfortunately, just Jarvan's Angels was never really able to put everything together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They picked a team with a lot of synergy, and then they didn't really manage to get all the pieces in place at once.
Yeah. So hopefully, this game they'll put together a little bit more of those fights.
Be interested to see what they do with bans too. I'd almost say getting rid of Mighty Boosh's Jax might be a good idea. He's a pretty good Jax player. Either that or counterpick it with something that's better against Jax in top lane, like maybe like a Renekton. I like that matchup. Renekton does really well against Jax. Then again, I don't know if Ogarth plays a lot of Renekton, but
yeah, is Mighty Boosh limited to about Riven and Jax? Is that?
I know those are his two favorites, but I know he's been picking up Renekton a lot more. He can play a pretty good Renekton, and he also likes some more unconventional things, like my personal least favorite thing in League of Legends. He plays Quintop, which
that's a good one.
You pretty much have to be like the scum of the earth to play Quintop, but
why is that?
It's the most frustrating thing in the world, especially against Renekton, because like you slice into attacker and then she E's you, and you have the choice of dicing at her and taking all the minion attacks, or just Eing away and taking her passive auto attack. So you lose the trade no matter what. It's awful, and the cooldown's like nothing.
Do you want to roll that out in our game tonight?
No, I don't. I don't play Quinn because I have a conscience and morals and scruples and dignity, things like that.
Go. Everyone.
Yeah. But Quintop, I like to play Pantheon against Quintop. It's just she doesn't have a good time.
Yeah, whenever I played Pantheon jungle yesterday and I destroyed early game, like 4-0 and 5. And I'm just not really sure how to transition into mid and late game as Pantheon.
Yeah.
Can you shed some light on that, or?
Well, I usually build really aggressive at the beginning of the game. I'll make like Brutalizer, Last Whisper, and then like after that I'll either build like one more damage item, or I'll just start building tank items to try and be more useful in team fights. Because with Pantheon, you really don't need that much damage to do your job, which is basically to dive an AD carry or AP carry and kill them instantly. So if you just build a little more tank items, then you can survive team fights. And I don't know. If you have a bad early game, though, you're not going to be all that useful late game, though, no matter what.
Really not too sure about using his ultimate as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just kind of...
Like, the placement can be kind of tricky. If somebody's not moving, though, I would suggest always putting it, like, directly on top of them. Because that's just, like, basic geometry. Like, with a circle, the midpoint is the most distant point from all the outer points. So, no matter which way they run, they're most likely to get hit if you put it directly on top of them.
Love it. All right.
We do have the Jax band coming out from Jarvan's Angels.
Yeah,
I think that's a smart band. That was a pretty dominant performance in the top lane by Mighty Boosh. Also the Shyvana band. I'm not sure if Mighty Boosh plays a lot of Shyvana, but I feel like most top laners right now do play quite a bit of Shyvana. So, and she's just a very frustrating champion. So that's a good band in my opinion.
Yeah. There's a Hikarum band, Respect band. Tazaroff is really successful in that one.
Leona band again. I'll never complain about a Leona band. I think those are 3 pretty smart bands.
Is the Armored Bear a known Leona player?
I haven't seen him play Leona, but I feel like he could probably play some Leona.
Sure.
He's a good player all around, and Leona's just such a strong champion.
So they did leave open a couple of the comfort champions.
Yeah.
Maybe the Soraka support. We'll see about that one.
I do like that they didn't ban anything for Saga and Protect, because I feel like trying to ban Simon out as a player is pretty much useless. Like, he's just so mechanically sound that no matter what he picks, he's gonna be a threat.
I agree.
So I feel like it's almost wasted bans to ban like a Fiora or something and just have him pick up Riven or Pantheon or something like that.
I've seen him do Riven mid lane. I had to experience that firsthand.
Yeah.
It's really painful.
Yeah, I think in the current meta, banning top laners and supports is a good idea. Because top lane, I'd say, it's the role with the least variety of viable champions right now. So if you cut out things like Shyvana and stuff like that, you know, you're taking out a pretty big part of people's champion pool.
So we might have a Malphite jungle here.
Malphite jungle is always interesting.
I don't know about... I like Malphite jungle and... okay.
Oh, we do. Do we have the young Quinn top coming out?
The young Quinn.
Maybe somebody was listening to this stream. We'll see a Pantheon pick.
Oh, hey, do you remember when he cropped the stream? We can't see the pics now for purple.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'll try and make it smaller.
Yeah. Thank you, Rage Rider, pointing that
Yeah,
out.
always point things out. That's weird that it looks like that. I don't know what that is.
We've got the Ashe. Ashe Soraka. No, not too bad of a synergy for bot lane. Just means endless harass.
That is.
W. A lot of sustain.
I'd be afraid of a like aggressive bot lane though with that. Like, I feel like it'd be pretty easy to get dove with literally no escape moves. And we do have a Blitzcrank coming out, or at least being hovered over. I like the Rumble pick. I think he's still viable, even though he's not like the most common pick.
Yeah, I like Rumble as well.
He's just a strong champion.
And doesn't Soraka's Qs reduce magic resist?
Yeah, they do.
And so maybe if we can get a nice little Soraka star call to weaken them up for the Rumble.
A couple of them, they actually stack, if I remember.
And that is a Gangplank block.
Yeah, we do have the locked-in Gangplank.
I really like that pick.
I hope he keeps cleanse. Just no.
Yeah, the double cleanse.
Eat an orange, cleanse, never be CC'd, ever. The
Heimerdinger
Donger has
thing.
been locked in. The Donger, I think he's actually really strong. I don't know.
I agree.
I've laned against him a couple times and I've not enjoyed it ever. His turrets are pretty insane in lane right now, and the ultimate enhanced W is like, it's like Syndra ult levels of burst with like no setup required. I mean, it is a skill shot, which makes it harder to hit, but
Yeah, he's got a lot of range too. I think
yeah,
he can easily zone people out.
he is a very vulnerable target to ganks, though.
That's true.
He kind of suffers from the same problems that a lot of pushing focus champions do, like Mordekaiser.
And so
you
they're
know.
going. It looks like they're going Vi jungle. Or
Yeah.
They'll switch this up. Yeah.
A Vi jungle would be able to punish Heimer mid pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I like that pickup. A Vi Kale is a dead Heimer. What do you think about the top lane matchup? Looks like it's gonna be Rumble versus Yasuo.
I honestly don't know that much about Yasuo matchups. I haven't played him hardly at all. I kind of prefer him as a mid laner to a top laner, but I feel like Yasuo will probably outscale Rumble quite a bit at top. Rumble will probably have like a window of opportunity around level 6, though. That's kind of how Rumble lanes usually work. Is he's not the best early levels and he's not the best late levels, but when he hits level 6, he has a huge amount of damage. And with a jungle gank, you can really capitalize on that.
There's a couple knockups. I think you can use your Yasuo ult on the Quinn knockback.
Yeah.
There's like a split second where you can do that.
The funniest thing though is that Quinn, if there's a Yasuo on the other team and Quinn uses her E, you can ult her.
What?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
that's
this,
right. Yeah, yeah.
It's like the stupidest bug in the game.
That's pretty dumb.
It's pretty bad.
Other than
But
that, I think it's just
Quinn deserves
Wolverine.
that. But yeah, they don't have that much to work with it. But I don't know, Yasuo's always a strong champion anyway. And he does have the ability to block those Ashe ultimates with his
Ooh, that's
wind
right.
wall if he uses that correctly. That's a pretty hard counter there.
Yeah, that would take some good reaction
And it
time.
looks like we do have Quinn in the jungle. I don't know how Quinn is as a jungler. I have a feeling her ganks probably wouldn't be the best, but maybe they're going for like kind of a push-centric team with this Quinn, Heimer, and Gangplank. I feel like those are all very good pushing champions. So maybe that's the strategy here.
Alright, let's see the mid lane matchup.
Yeah,
Kale,
we got-
Heimerdinger. We did talk about that with the Vi ultimate. It reminds me of whenever there's like a champion with like any type of slow or heavy damage, burst damage output. Reminds me of the Hotshot GG matchup where he was Ziggs versus Gragas and Vi.
Yeah.
He had absolutely no chance to get away.
Yeah, I think they definitely do have much more kill threat in the mid lane with a Kale and a Vi than a Heimer and a Quinn. I also think Kale probably does fairly well against Heimer because she can ult to kind of negate his burst damage from that ultimate W if he chooses to use that over the ultimate Q.
Actually, haven't played a Heimer with the rework yet.
He's
Really strong.
powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like nobody's really unlocked his potential yet, but there's definitely potential there.
Definitely.
And maybe Simon will be the one to convince us.
Sure, he will be. So we do have Soraka going with the same old summoner spells
Yeah,
as last time.
I don't want to hate on that, but I feel like after the last game, I would definitely switch to Flash. But
I agree.
to each their own, though.
I think especially against Volibear.
I mean, Exhaust definitely gives you utility, but I don't think it's worth giving up Flash. I mean, if you really want Exhaust, you can take Flash Exhaust.
Yeah, flash exhaust. I'd like to see how Soraka's played here. Maybe aggressively early on.
Well, I feel like with exhaust ignite, you better be aggressive early on.
Yep, I agree. Let's see what's going on bot lane.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch scenes on the stream real quick.
Right on.
Wired. Alright, see what kind of skins we got. We got High Noon
Heimerdinger.
Yasuo, who has a lot of cool particle effects. He like pulls out his gun every now and then.
Nice.
He's got kind of like a dusty brown cloud instead of the normal bluish one.
It's all
No
about
Gangplank
Heimerdinger,
skin. That's a little lame. Like to see some Special Forces Gangplank. That's one of my favorite skins.
though. I have Minuteman Gangplank.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I bought that during the July 4th sale last year where they
Yeah.
had all their patriotic skins. And
I
stuff.
have quite a few of the patriotic skins because I'm a patriotic man.
Me too.
And this is a patriotic club.
It is, absolutely.
We love America.
We love the freedom to play
Yeah.
games instead of
Yeah.
Work.
Stuff.
socialism.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's see. Also, for Jarvan's Angels, nice Kale skin.
Yeah, I think we neglected to talk about that last game if that was there. That's a great skin. Got some awesome particles on the Q and the E. No helmet, just rocking that.
Bildrat Rumble.
Bildrat Rumble. I
He's
prefer
rocking the
Rumble in
Ghost.
the jungle. I think
That's
it's
a good one.
it's got a little more character to it. And the Ghost, I neglected to talk about that, but I think Flash is probably better on Rumble, but Ghost does give you a lot more team fight mobility, so I'll be interested to see how he capitalizes on that. Because within a team fight, Ghost actually allows you to land a lot more of your damage with like Rumble's Flame Spitter and his E's and stuff like that.
Right.
But a lot of times with Rumble, you want to flash into position that ultimate or land that E through minions or something like that, you know. So definitely trade-offs there.
All right. So I am into Summoner's Rift.
Me too. I'm gonna do some rearranging of these champions while we
Right on.
as long as I know where the champions are actually going. I think I did it wrong last time. Gangplank is the AD carry. Who's the support? Volibear. Of course, Volibear.
The Armored Bear.
We got one in the jungle. I think that's alright.
So we got a couple pings for Jarvan's Angels out into kind of protecting the red buff. A little
Yeah.
defensive start.
Red buff is very important to Vi, securing those early ganks, which I think that's going to play a huge factor in this game, is if Vi can capitalize on her early jungle dominance, because she should have a massive advantage in ganks and counter jungling over a champion like Quinn.
I agree.
So if she can exert some early pressure and snowball the lanes, that'll have a huge effect on how this game plays out.
Yeah, so let's see there's also kind of a really defensive start.
Yeah.
Gangplank is late out of the gate, so probably negates any really aggressive moves for 1v1 baseball.
I think
There's Heimerdinger.
Blue
Moving
team
in.
may be a little wary of aggressive moves after their experience in the previous game. Although actually that game they were getting invaded upon. Oh, and it looks like this is going to go the same way.
Oh, man.
Excellent fling by Armored Bear, but a great flash by Vi.
Yeah, nice. There's a nice exhaust from Yasuo, and that looks like he is going to be able to flash away.
We do have
First
Soraka
blood.
drop in there.
Whoa, what happened there?
Raises the age-old flash question once again.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Vi got away from that one.
Yeah, no, that was an excellent flash. She covered some serious distance. Soraka didn't have flash, but
Yeah.
she also used both exhaust and ignite in that engagement, so her lane pressure is going to be down a little bit. See if purple team takes advantage of that. Gangplank actually puts out disgusting damages in the early levels because of his passive.
Right.
The Grog Soak Blade, when you stack that up with auto attacks and your Q, it actually gets to be a pretty noticeable chunk of damage.
So here we have Soraka. She started with a sweeper. I would have liked her to get that warding totem.
Yeah, I think all wards is probably the best for the start of the game.
Yeah, I would have liked her to get that so she could ward that bush of Volibear's in and go ahead and just auto attack him away. You know, queue him down, make sure they don't have that lane dominance. Because right now she's being zoned out.
Now Volibear has an interesting starting item too. He went straight for shoes.
Huh.
He's looking to get those initiates early on.
Yeah.
Opting for that over the Dorn's shield start, which I probably would have expected.
Mid lane has proved to be an even matchup so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Burn Vandal is holding his own, which I'm very proud of so far.
Yeah. I think Kale's probably a pretty good choice against Heimer because she can deal with the turrets pretty well with her E.
There we go.
Yasuo is really exerting quite a bit of pressure on the top lane here so far. That's to be expected with a Rumble. His first 2 levels are kind of notoriously weak. Once he gets Flame Spitter up to like rank 2 and 3 though, he'll start putting out some pretty good damage if he can keep his resource above the midpoint. I can't remember what his resource is called. If he's in the danger zone.
Every lane has been holding even so far, except top lane.
Yeah.
Yasuo's doing a little bit of bullying. You know who I really like as a counter pick to Yasuo?
Who's that?
Akali.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's a disgusting matchup.
Yeah.
I think I saw that in an LCS game.
Yes.
It was like Void Boy against Man-Cloud or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it really is the even levels. It's still going to be Yasuo, but after about level 5,
yeah, Akali's a very
so
strong champion.
Yeah.
And she just, I don't know, she gets so huge.
Looks
I don't
like
playing against
it's going to be
Akali's.
some crazy damage.
Oh wow.
Ash is going to flash over after Gangplank. He still has flash up.
Oh.
Oh.
That was a well-timed barrier.
Here. And they're going to pop the passive on Volibear.
Yeah. That's good.
There we go. So that's a nice little trade out of bot lane. And that's the presence I was talking about earlier, is if Soraka and Quinn can get a little aggressive, they can poke down the enemy team.
I'm actually a little surprised to see them playing so aggressive in this situation. Oh, Vayne's coming in. Not Vayne. Quinn's coming in for a gank, though, and that's an excellent fling.
We can take out Volibear.
She may be able to get away from this, though. Yeah.
That's a...
Oh, wow. The Tapatry may go down as well with this volley. Yeah.
That's a failed gank.
That was an excellent play by Jarvan's Angels in the bot lane.
Yeah, there we go. And now
very impressed.
Even. Or the gold is even.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah, that was great. Really well played.
And hopefully they remember that all the summoners are down for Gangplank and Volibear, so they can get aggressive again. If hopefully Soraka can get some vision in that bush.
Yeah, they got to keep up this pressure. When you're up against an aggressive lane like that, if you get an advantage like this at the beginning and you press it, there's not much they can do to get back in the game. Excellent damage coming out from Vi here on the Heimerdinger. Looks like he's gonna escape though. Oh wow!
Pick up the double kill. That's Simon.
That was a massive outplay, which is to be expected from Simon. But that was an excellent gank attempt by the Vi. I really thought that was gonna work out.
So here we've got maybe a little bit of a misplay by bot lane. Ashe and Soraka did not recall after pushing the lane, picking up those 2 kills.
You get that gold advantage you want to be so that you can
want to continue
come
to
back
push
with
that
more
advantage.
items than the opposing players.
Because even though they have those kills, there's still...
The kills don't mean anything until you pick up the items.
Exactly.
They're literally worthless until you get stats. So we'll see. That could potentially mess things up there at the bot lane if they don't be...
Heimerdinger's pretty big right now.
Heimer's level 7. That's Pretty huge. Wow.
Nice rotation. Volibear, Quinn, and Heimerdinger are there to take on the kill, and they're gonna. Looks like they're gonna take out Soraka as well.
Life
Twins.
of a dong.
Gonna be falling to Ash. There we go.
Ash picking up another kill on the young Quinn. Volibear's bite does surprising damage though. Wow.
Yeah. And Soraka walks back into him to feed him the
Double kill for the young Volibear support. He's gonna be and
LCS quality.
pick up something. I'd just get a Giant's belt.
Rumble's gonna turn aggressive onto Yasuo there. Lays down his ultimate. Only hits him for about a couple seconds. Not enough to keep him away.
And that people don't see Volibear that much anymore, and I think they underestimate the damage on his bite. It's massive when you're that low on health, and especially when he's sitting on that Doran's shield, because it does scale off of his own health as well. Yasuo going in deep at the top lane, not picking
nice
up the
plays
kill.
by Rumble, but
Yeah, I'm not sure why Yasuo didn't land that auto attack on the way out, but he gets out with his
there we
life.
go. Yeah. Would have liked to see if Vi could transition up there, but she doesn't have her ultimate right now. She's a little bit behind everyone. She's been counter jungled pretty hard.
And Yasuo did manage to pick up that kill with his Ignite on cooldown, and he blew both Rumble's summoner spells in the process, so he'll be at a summoner spell advantage when he gets back to lane with his Ignite.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ash kite here a little bit. She's got that slowing effect. Kite on the gangplank, please. One thing you don't want to do is have Gangplank be able to auto attack you.
Yeah.
Force him to use that Q and the Q alone.
Yeah. His auto attacks are brutal with Grog Soul Blade.
Yeah, Soraka picking up a shutdown.
Yeah, that's pretty
Go
huge.
aggressive onto Gangplank, dude. Please.
Yeah, Soraka's got red buff right now. She could chase this.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see her try and get that kill. I think she could have done it. It's not too late. YOLO.
Do it.
He's too fast with that raise morale.
That sweeper's not going to help you out there too, Soraka.
Raise morale is such a strong ability.
Absolutely. Gangplank's ultimate too. Just
Yeah.
so strong.
If he were, I don't know. I feel like he needs like just a couple tweaks and he'd be like beast again.
Yeah. I mean, a fed Gangplank is scary, but
Yeah.
if he's not fed, he's not going to be.
His E just has so much utility though.
Yeah. He doesn't have, like, he puts out the same amount of damage as, you know, someone else would in top lane who builds a lot of critical strike or a lot of damage, like Yasuo,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the gap closer.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's just kind of like an outdated champion design, I think.
So
I've heard they're remaking him.
Yes.
They're replacing his raise morale. Yes. They could probably go for a dive of sorts here. Volibear's an incredible diving champion. He has those boots of mobility. So he can get there if he puts his mind to it.
Nice ultimate by Rumble. Going to pick up the kill. So
Yeah.
that's a 1-for-1 trade. I really like that play by Rumble.
Yeah, that worked out really well for him. That's one of my favorite things about Rumble is I feel like he can get those kills in 2v1 situations a lot under tower with that ultimate.
Oh, beautiful flash by Neutral Milk Hotel. Did you see that?
No, I did not. I missed it.
Gangplank. Beautiful flash.
Would it be worth rewinding to show it to
I
our
would say
viewers?
so.
All right. Probably like 11:20. Did I miss it again?
I don't know.
All right, Rumble just went down. Should be happening soon. I don't think we're missing anything live, are we?
You know, not too much.
Not too much. All right. Oh, that is a good flash. All right, jumped live.
That was impressive flash in my book. Rumble falls to the Quinn. Quinn, nice little skill shot there. Take out Rumble under turret.
Quinn's
Here
a
we
dirty
go.
champion.
Yeah, 1v1 baseball. Putting some
Alright.
pace down on the map.
lot of fighting going on at the bot lane there. To be expected whenever Volibear's in the lane. He just wants to tussle all the time. He is in fact an armored bear.
I'd like to see if they can push down this turret pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely help him get some control over Dragon and such things.
Agreed. Alright. I'd like a Vi ultimate too as well in the mid lane. I think her ultimate's down right now, but when it is up, I'd like an aggressive play there.
Yeah. Yeah, Vi's fallen a little far behind. I know she is still ahead of Quinn and Creeps though.
Heimerdinger out of position.
Yeah, that's going to be a dead Jaime.
Yeah, there's a shutdown kill going to Vi. So Vi catching back up a little bit in the jungle now. She was very much behind Quinn, and she still is. She's about 1,000 gold behind,
Yeah.
but she does have about 1,000 gold she can pick up. Or she's got 1,000 gold sitting in her purse right now.
That's good. It's always good to have a fat purse.
That's right. Armored Bear doing some counter jungling of his own.
Yeah, he's proven pretty effective so far. I mean, he's died a few times, but I feel like most of them have been worth. Debatably, at least. That's just kind of the Armored Bear's style as a player.
There's Kale going
He'll
aggressive.
always go for kills.
Volibear. See if she can cut off some of these champions in here. Quinn's going to be able to figure off in the jungle here. That's not good. Vi ultimate's a little late.
Yeah, a little too late. Rumble is down here, though, with no ultimate available, unfortunately.
Oh, that's rough.
Rumble
off, Jane, pick
ultimate
up a
would be
couple kills.
huge here if
Yep.
they had it.
Even the Ashe ultimate. Jeez.
Yeah. We do have Quinn prowling in the bush, waiting to make a play.
Take out the Yasuo here.
He's just too fast. They should be able to drop Quinn here, maybe. Oh, there's the Rumble ult. What? You can wind wall that? Oh my god.
That's not fair.
That is the saddest thing I've ever seen.
That's not fair.
I hate Yasuo.
That's ridiculous.
That is so stupid. It's not a projectile. Like, it drops from the sky.
Yeah, it goes down over them.
It drops on top of the wall. Like, maybe
Yeah.
block it for, like, that 1 pixel where the wall is.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Ah, man, that... I feel dirty watching that. Rumble deserved to have, like, the dopest ultimate ever there, and it was just stolen from him.
Feel sick.
That's why I don't play Yasuo.
Ugh.
There's just so many dishonorable champions on this team. Quinn and Yasuo. Volibear in an intense 1v1.
Slugfest.
Gonna go down.
Slugfest.
Yes. Slugfest Northwest.
Let's get a Vi ultimate here.
Yeah. I think she wants it. She's hungry. Oh. Heimer turret zoning her out of the way though. Ash
There's
arrow
the
going in.
ultimate.
Field goal. Very
Field
close to
goal.
hitting the mighty boost though.
Unfortunately,
Good moves by Yasuo and Quinn there. Being the shifty champions that they are. Vi running into a Jaime surprise.
that's the strength of Heimerdinger right there.
Yeah. Oh, excellent turnaround ult though.
Yeah,
And the
there we
heal
go.
coming out from Soraka.
Pick up the kill on the Quinn here.
Quinn will take the Rumble down, but not for free.
Yeah, and there we go. Suddenly we've got a very strong Ashe.
Yeah, Ash. If they're going to win this game, I think it's going to be kind of in the hands of Ash at this point. She's...
Got to save those Ashe ultimates.
Yeah. And she's also top CS on her team right now. CSing pretty respectably. Soraka is going to go down here. There's no way to escape a Gangplank and a Volibear. Although getting some surprising damage on Gangplank before she goes down.
Yeah, the Soraka ultimate. Soraka heals can be very good at baiting.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more increased healing as your health decreases, and it does add to your armor, which is a good thing against this team.
Looks like she's building towards maybe a Rylai's Crystal Scepter here,
Yeah.
which is not a bad item for Soraka. You know,
Yeah, not a bad idea.
slowing everybody down and shredding their magic resist with those Qs to kind of trap them in the damage of Kale and Rumble. I like it. It's dirty.
Let's see. See if they can pick off
Oh man, Volibear is deep.
Heimerdinger here. There we go. That's
Excellent
one kill.
KO
Ash is
on the
still
Ash.
alive. They're gonna pick up Volibear as well, but looks like the power of 1v1 baseball is a little bit too much. And Kale is off chasing into
Yeah,
the
she's
jungle.
in a bad position now. She dropped a great ult on Ashe in that team fight though, letting Ashe get another kill.
I agree. That's a triple kill into Yasuo, and that's definitely not what you want.
Yeah, no, Yasuo's he is a definite force to be reckoned with right now. Looks like he's working towards Infinity Edge, and at that point, Yasuo becomes pretty ridiculous, critting almost every time
Yep.
for an absurd amount of damage.
So what did look positive there for Jarvan's Angels? Not looking too good right now. Unfortunately, their team communication in that fight wasn't too great. So they didn't have everyone kind of firing on the same page. Kale left the fight to chase. Would have liked everyone to peel and stay around Ashe and try to keep Ashe alive.
Something kind of interesting. The 1v1 baseball has 4 static shivs right now.
Looks like Vi is clearing the jungle right next to Soraka being killed. Interesting call there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta remember that race are not gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the Heimer takedown. See if Burnt Vandal can take
Definitely
down.
got to back up your team whenever you can. And that Kale ult, did I just see a Kale ult go down on Vi right before Kale died?
You might have.
I think I did. I should probably know in retrospect that that wasn't the right decision, but
It's alright.
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
She might have just fat fingered it. I do that sometimes. Got fattest fingers in the world.
The only time I really start fat fingering stuff is when I'm playing a Kali.
Yeah.
Because I just mash keys whenever I like have someone to go in on.
Oh yeah, that's how I play Rise. I just
Yeah, exactly.
punish my keyboard.
Just smash my head against it.
Yeah.
It's instead of like fat fingering, it's more like fat foreheading.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Little word of advice though on champions like Kale, where you have a really crucial ability you want to cast on yourself in the middle of a team fight. If you hold Alt and hit the R button, it'll cast it directly on your champion, regardless of where your mouse is. So it's good to keep in mind for situations like that, where there's really no room for error.
Alright, so I want to see a good fight here out of Jarvan's Angels. See if they can pick someone off with the Ashe arrow. Someone who's out of position. Get an Ashe arrow and then layer that with a Rumble ult and a Vi ult, and I think they're in a good place. A little bit of dancing going on for this mid lane here.
Yeah. The Donger is just laying siege right now.
Oh, Ashe arrow field goals once again.
Lucian getting kind of split up again. Find that happens in their team
Yes,
fights.
unfortunate. Soraka not even able to heal, and neither was Kale. So that's a GG.
Now, who stole the pentakill there? I didn't see. Knowing 1v1 baseball, somebody's getting laid into in Skype.
So there's going to be some time for Jarvan's Angels to defend their
Yeah.
middle turret. I think the nice call would have been able to... Yeah, I guess that was a good call to go down mid lane and take one of those towers. I would have liked to see a couple other inhibitors open.
Yeah.
1v1 baseball.
I think they definitely showed some of the strengths of the Donger, though. He's very good at sieging down towers, and his turrets are just such a strong zoning tool. Like, when he's got that huge minion wave with the turrets in it, like, you can't really initiate on him safely. Like, you're just gonna take tons of damage.
I think in the future, I want to see Ashe engage onto Yasuo before he has the opportunity to engage onto them.
Yeah.
See if they can take out that really big damage threat. Because they do have a lot of damage. Like,
they're gonna need a good arrow on Yasuo, which is gonna be difficult considering he can just hit W. So maybe catch him when he's in the shop or something like that. Maybe like call him on the phone and then like shoot an ult at him.
I like to send a
Sometimes
message.
you just gotta BM a little bit.
Yeah. All's fair in love and war.
There's no rules in League of Legends. Let's be real.
Right now, we've got a catch going on to... Yeah, Quinn here, the ultimate goes down.
Ultimate gets a slow on him.
That's the mid lane that is not being defended right now. And a couple
ults down on a champion like Quinn, who can pretty much get away from anything.
There's Ashe taking out.
Oh, Ashe.
So
Ashe
probably gonna take
Ashe might be able to take out Heimerdinger here too with the barrier. Oh, she chooses to attack the turret over Heimerdinger there.
That's unfortunate.
I think probably the better decision would have been to land those autos on Heimer.
There we go, and that's the power of Volibear flip.
Yeah,
Combo with the Yasuo.
The damage from Yasuo is just absurd right now. He's 14-0. That's pretty good KDA, you could say.
Yeah, decent.
He was the #2 KDA top laner in UOLCS last season.
Oh, it's Quinn jungle. So, GG's for both sides here.
Yeah, I think
2,000 gold
this
lead.
one's pretty much gone. I think that we can say after his recent changes, the Donger is much stronger.
Yes. I think Ashe Soraka proved to be pretty viable.
Yeah, I was very impressed by their performance at bot lane.
Then again, they were playing a Gangplank Volibear bot lane.
Yeah, neither of those lanes are typical, but I think they came out pretty strong there at the bot lane.
I think Soraka is certainly becoming a stronger pick lately.
Yeah.
Or at least the Soraka Urgot lanes that we've seen in not UOLCS, the real LCS.
If it can beat Vulcan, then it's like
A
pretty
beautiful
good.
air
It's pretty
on
good.
Yasuo. This might be the kills they're looking for. That
was a great catch.
Volibear backdooring though. So BM. XPK Volibear?
Not today.
Not today.
Alright. Well, I think blue team's gonna head to Baron here. Obviously. Quinn picking up Dragon. Heimer setting up some defenses.
Yeah. God, it's ridiculous.
Heimerdinger is kind of like the Batman of League of Legends. Like, if he's prepared, nobody can take him out.
There's Quinn going aggressive. Looking to have a 2v5 fight here.
Yeah.
Probably not the best decision by Quinn, but it might open the door to back door if someone can sneak in there.
The great thing about Quinn is your ultimate is like literally useless in team fights, so you can just blow it every time you want to escape something.
Alright, let's get aggressive here. Jarvan's Angels.
Soraka is so tanky with that W. I mean, obviously not tanky enough, but like the armor and magic resist that you get from her W is huge.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice little plays coming out.
Excellent catch there. Not sure about that KO ult, but sometimes
it's gonna be
sometimes you just gotta hit R. You know, you miss every shot you don't take.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Some good tower defense.
Quinn's
I'm
probably
just
just
gonna
going to
hour
take this out.
So
No,
BM.
she's BMing. All right. Well,
That was a GG.
That'll do it.
GG bought both sides. I think that was a well-played game.
yeah, I think that one was a much closer
Closer.
game than the first game.
Yeah.
I think they definitely learned some things from the first round and made some adjustments and looked a lot stronger in the second game.
Yeah, so that's all for UOLCS today.
Well, until
Yeah,
until
so right
7
now,
p.m.
7 p.m. is the match of the week.
Match of the
month.
century.
Yeah. There's going to be some definite BMing. I know who I'm targeting that game.
Yeah. Everyone.
All right. Saga and Protect wants everyone to start playing Heimer.
Well, I think they should, given his performance.
He's made a strong case, yeah.
He's definitely raised a strong donger. Yeah.
He's got a strong dong. All right. The donger is
Life
stronger.
of a dong. Blowing in the breeze.
All right. Well, shucks. I think we're good to
Yeah,
go.
this is always the hard part. All right.
Saying goodbye.
Thanks for watching, buddies. Excellent games.
Yeah,
See
good
y'all
job,
again at
everyone.
7.
All right.